ATOR rose rapidly throughout the year from 8 cents to just over $2 before being forced to abandon its current network and attempt to build its own. This is now being positioned as a good thing by the anonymous ATOR team and something they were always planning on. In full damage control mode, they hosted a space a few days ago on Twitter, citing their partnership with Forte Group as well as Hotspotty. There was also a big emphasis on fighting centralization, which is ironic considering their ERC20 token is one of the most restrictive of any I have ever seen. It is difficult to trust the ATOR team as they are completely anonymous, and even the two accounts speaking on their behalf in the space were created in November, seemingly for the space itself. If they are genuine and they are really building a decentralized autonomous network of global nodes, this could turn ATOR into a $1 billion plus market cap project. If they are not here to really build, however, this could result in some serious pain for their Audernauts. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the Crypto Compound channel. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you guys are having a great day. Please hit that like and subscribe on the way in. Today, we're talking about ATOR. We highlighted it about last week. We highlighted some concerns, or at least two of the concerns that we had, which one was the giant disclaimer on their website saying that they were not associated with the Tor project, and the other one, which was citing the anonymity of their entire team. Not a single person we know to exist, or we know their background, or if they're criminals or anything. We don't know any of that. Those were two of the concerns that I highlighted, despite this chart, which is pretty extraordinary. And it turns out a few days later, Tor basically told ATOR that they cannot use their network and to get lost. This resulted in this massive decrease in price, a absolutely massive drawdown to about 50 cents here, retouching this previous support line here. So really huge drawdown. A lot of people bought the dip, bought the FUD, and it has recovered and is now sitting around the dollar range. The question is, can we trust ATOR? Is this a legit project network? Are they trying to really build a decentralized VPN essentially? Or is this a money grab? Is this a scam? Are they a bunch of bad actors that just are really good at using Twitter and Discord? That is the question. And there are a few things I want to touch on that could help us really try and understand what's going on here. I want to preface this entire video by saying I really haven't made a decision on how I feel. There's a lot of different things that point in a lot of different directions. However, I'm using this video to document all the things I'm seeing right now, to highlight them so you guys can make your own decision on what you might want to do, whether you own ATOR or you want to buy ATOR or you're going to sell and get out of it completely. But I'm going to touch on everything I see, all the good stuff and the bad stuff, and we'll have to see how this develops moving forward in the coming weeks. But I will say that there is a lot of red flags. Despite all the good stuff, there are just a lot of red flags, and let's get into that now. Now, if we start off in chronological order, this was the first post on November 20th after they have basically been booted from the Tor project network. And they say the Tor project have shown their hand and we will continue to fight against authoritarian centralized networks. Medium coming soon, and a nice little Dolly AI video here. And then shortly after, we see the Medium post, which is here, and basically is just a bunch of words about how they're very comfortable going out and building their own network now, and they never needed Tor, and how Tor has always been, in their words, been the opposite of our decentralized movement. It's just really interesting to see how the script has flipped so quickly here for ATOR and the people that are writing these. They even go on to talk about the Tor network as a static, plagued, and limited network, but pretty much expected language after something like this would happen. In a pretty standard Medium post. Now, shortly after that Medium post, the next day is where it gets a little bit more interesting. They say, over the last 2 months, we have developed our partnership with the Forte Group to create an incredible team dedicated to building our new network. The Forte Group is a highly experienced and prestigious software house that has worked on projects for multiple Fortune 500 companies. Now, that is entirely true. The Forte Group is exactly that. They are a very well-known global software development company that helps Fortune 500 companies build out enterprise solutions for different projects. The interesting thing is that this is the first time we have heard ATOR mention the Forte Group, and they also do not tag the Forte Group in this post. And that is totally possible considering this is the Forte Group's Twitter page. As we can see, this is also the link at the bottom of their website. It links to their Twitter here, which is not huge, but they certainly could have linked them. But again, I mention this because it is very strange for this to be the first time they're mentioning their relationship with the Forte Group and working with them after they say we have developed our partnership over the last 2 months, where they don't tag them. And this is the first we've heard of any of that, which I think is a little bit strange. And it gets a little bit even more strange after I talk about what they said in the space. The space was basically highlighting their partnership with Hotspotty and Forte Group. However, the Forte Group was not on the space, and the person who claims to be the person who introduced ATOR and the Forte Group was this guy, Johan, who was on the space, and he talked for a few minutes, and he said, I connected the Forte Group with ATOR a few months ago. And as you can see, this guy is also completely anonymous. He just says developer outreach account. And he recently joined in November of 2023. It does not say a date, but that literally could have been the day of this space just to do this. And then furthermore, the guy who spoke first before the official ATOR Twitter account spoke was this guy who was also anonymous and also joined in November of 2023. So we don't know who any of these people are. Forte Group was not involved directly. They were not tagged. They were just mentioned. And the person who introduced them is an anonymous guy who just joined Twitter. But I will say, after listening to the space, if this all is just a bunch of coincidences and they really just want to remain anonymous and build an unbelievable network, if this all really comes to fruition and they are able to build this and they're honest people, this really could be one of the biggest DePIN projects to date, perhaps larger than Helium if it really takes off. The hardware could be easily deployed. We know that the token incentivized flywheel model works, and anonymity is becoming more and more and more of interest globally. So it could really be an incredible opportunity. However, we don't know if these people are genuine. And to make it even worse, guys, this is the really bad stuff, I think, with regards to what I have seen so far from ATOR, is that this is their token address. This is their main token address, or the creator account or the deployer account, which you can get the creator address from right here on Dex Tools. And if we come over to this account, we can see very strangely that just a few days ago here, 3 days ago, there was 10 ETH and 15 ETH, both removed from the account, sent to different wallets here. I mean, these are facts. These are here in their wallet. As you can see, transfer 10 ETH to this wallet, which is just a empty account, one transaction. And then the other one of 15 ETH, which was done 10 hours before that one, is the same thing. 15 ETH completely to a different account. As you can see, 15 ETH completely to another account. And you can see from ATOR protocol deployer. So I think there should be answers for what this is, what they're doing. This is on chain. These are facts coming from their ATOR deployer wallet. And those are red flags. I mean, why are they removing 10 and 15 ETH from their wallet as the deployer of an ATOR protocol? I don't know. I can't answer that question. However, what's even a little bit more frightening is that if we look at Dex Tools some more, we can see that their audit has 8 alerts. If you look at normal coins that you guys probably buy on a daily basis, or any larger coins, they'll be like 0 or maybe 1 alert for something. However, here, you can see that there are a lot of alerts, and we're going to talk about what these are. There's tax modifiable. So this means that they can change the trading tax at any moment based on whatever they feel like it. So it sounds like centralization. They can blacklist any wallet they want here. As you can see, easily blacklisted. There is limitations on how much you can sell, depending on how much you hold. There's some whitelisted functions, anti-whale. All of these things are just not good. And this is all in Dex Tools. And guys, you could go over to their actual contract and find all of this stuff in here. It is all open source. It's all here for anyone to come and see. This is literally the lines of code of the contract that they put here with all of these limitations, restrictions, and enablements for them to really do whatever they want and seemingly really manipulate the token, really. That's what a lot of those red flags are doing, is just so that they can manipulate the token. They can collect tax on the trading of the token, all of these sorts of things, which are really, really big red flags. And CoinGecko here even has a giant red flag at the top of the screen saying the following token has a variable tax function on the smart contract to change tax rates post deployment. Do your own research and be careful if you are trading this token. And if we click this, it gives you an example. It just tells you what this means. And if we look down here, they go as far to say, while not all projects or tokens with this function are deemed as bad actors, having this function on the contract opens up the possibility for the contract owners to do so, leading to potential honeypot scams. So the door is open for scams here. They did that. It's in their code. It was intentional and it's there. So there's no denying it. The question is why. I'll let you guys decide that. I still, again, am certainly having my doubts with regards to ATOR at this time. And then, guys, lastly, just today, they released Building the Future of Internet Privacy, a new vision now, because obviously they got kicked off of the Tor project. And they go again just to highlight some of the stuff they've done over the past 8 months, all of which was on a different network than what they're supposed to be building now. And on their Twitter recently, they've still been just dumping a bunch of community messages with a bunch of people in helmets talking about how they're very determined to build this network, which, look, I hope they are, but it's not looking that way. They say we've updated our documents with our recent changes. They don't highlight those changes. They just say check the latest docs with this guy's, if you look, this guy's arm in the back is falling apart. They got to redo their AI or something. And again, they highlight their collaboration with the Forte Group, not tagging them again. Again, I just think that is weird. If you did have a relationship and are working with such a prestigious company, it wouldn't make sense to not tag them. The closest thing we got to some real technical changes that they're making is this thing, which, I mean, they posted this on Twitter and said that they're working on seeing how their new business is going to run. This is literally what is on there. You could come look at it. It looks like a 4th grade art project of some sort. But guys, that is what I'm seeing after doing some more research. That's what's out there. I wanted to highlight that, bring that to your attention. There's a lot of good stuff that could come of this if they're legit. There's also some serious damage that can happen if they are malicious and are looking to pump this coin to oblivion and then do whatever they want with the permissions that they've granted themselves inside of the contract. But I want you guys to be aware and make your own decision after you do your own research. None of this is financial advice. Let me know your guys' thoughts and concerns down below. I am going to keep following this, whether I become more of an investor or I remove myself completely in terms of monetary exposure. I am going to track this because I think this will be a good learning experience regardless. But look, that being said, I hope that this project is legit. They really build something special. They become a huge contributor and a shining star in the DePIN community. I want nothing more than that to be what happens. Just wanted to highlight what I'm seeing. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching until the end. Please leave your comments and questions down below. Please hit that like and subscribe if you have not already. But just like that, this video is over. I'll see you next time.